just right. Gross models taking flight. Worlds within a tiny size. Gross models build it high. Little worlds under the sky. Gross models watch it fly. Tiny wonders before your Gross models build it high. Little worlds under the sky. Gross models watch it fly. Tiny wonders before your
Hello, good evening and welcome once again. I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and I've moved my camera a little bit. It seems to be a bit lower than normal. Let's just reach out and pick you up a little bit. There you go, that's a little bit better, I think. You can get the top of my head now. So hello and welcome. I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and it's Wednesday night, so I'm down at the bench. It's midweek makings time. So yes, here I am. Stefan's in and Gemma is in as well, making sure that everything is working as it should be. My audio, again, seems to be a little bit loud. It seems to be peaking a little bit. I'll turn that down just a touch. So yes, hello. I am here tonight, back at the bench with the Rokr Cuckoo clock. What is it? PLC 901C is the code number for that. There is a link in the description. I believe there should be a link in the description for Rokr themselves, and a discount code if you use Gross Models 15. I think gives you 15% off. I could be wrong. It's in the description anyway. If you want to get your own, have a look, pick one up. You can buy any of their kits and get some discount with that code anyway. So yes, audio and video seem okay, says Gemma. Not very sure. So yes, I'm gonna basically go down to the bench and get straight in on it because why not? It's what we're here for, isn't it? Last week, I started it, and I did this much. I did a fair bit. There's quite a bit of that going on. It looks quite good. The wheel does its spinny wheel thing. Even comes through on camera, the spinny bit. We've got a switch, which is wired up to this bottom step, which I don't know which it does. There's two switches on it. One of them makes it chime and one of them is for setting the chime. I don't know where the other switch is going to end up, but yeah, we built all that so far and it is looking nice. I do like this painted effect on the boards there. Let me move that out of the way a minute and bring in the box. So all I did last time was just put all the wooden bits back on the top. Let's move those back over there. I've got all of the other stuff still in there. There's got the little tool for the making of things, the whole electronic part that we put in last time. Let's get out what I'm going to need. I don't think I'm going to need that or the movement this week. Probably not even the electronic bits. Let's put that back out the way. But we're likely to need bits that I've got taken out of bags. We're probably not going to need the hands and that in there. That I've already emptied, so we don't need any of that. I can throw that away. Get rid of that. We've got the sprue, which is empty, so we can get rid of that as well. I should have tidied up last week, shouldn't I? We've got a part, which is probably an extra part because we used that, so I'll leave that in there for now anyway. Actually, I'll leave all the rest of it in there because there's a good chance that we won't need any of it, but if we do, we know where it is. So I'll leave all of that in there for now. I've got the pushy tool, the sandpaper, probably all I'm going to need, except for the instruction manual. I'm likely to need that. That's where I got to last time. So let's have a flick back through to refresh our memory as to what we're doing. That's what it's going to look like at the end, the Cuckoo clock there. If you want to access their site, you can use the QR codes there. You can probably use them on the webcam. I don't know. So yes, we've got all the parts list and everything on there that we did. Oh, we built the Cuckoo, didn't we? That was the other thing that I did last time. We built the Cuckoo. We've got it all plugged in, and is good to go. So yeah, I'm expecting this run to get sort of halfway through the rest of the build, and then one more issue to finish. I could be wrong. It could be 2 more after tonight. I really don't know. I don't mind. I'll do whatever needs to be done. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be getting on with. So the way this works, down the side, it gives you the pieces that you need for that stage, just like Lego. And just like model kits, each of these has a name. This is the A board, which I need 2 A28s and 2 A33s. Each part is numbered. There's 30, there's 33. So I need 2 of those, and there's 2 of those just next to each other, which is convenient. It does say plus, so oh, there's an extra one. Oh, it's 34. Don't know. There's extra ones of many of these parts. Oh, that's an extra one there. There you go. Because you might break it, or I might break it. You probably won't. You're not touching it. But let's get that out of there. What else did I need? 28. 28 is that one, and there's 2 of those. So let's get both of those off of there. And that's it for the A board. I do need C and D as well. Not J, not E, not H. C and D. There we go, that's D. Let's grab C and move D to one side a little bit so I can grab that momentarily. The C board, I need 2 10s, which are these ones here. 2 of those out. 17 and an 18. Most of these are in sort of an order. It starts with 1 and goes sort of across and down, but obviously some of the big ones don't quite work in like that. There we go, 17 and 18. They look like the doors. Maybe the doors for the building? Don't know. That was that. I then need D, which is the one that I pulled out here. I need 1, 2 2s. Well, 1 is the big side of building, which is there. Let's get all of these parts required off and then worry about that. D 2 2s, which are these ones in here. 4 16s and 2 19s. 16 and 19. D, who's D? 17, 16, there we go. 4 16s. Which are those little peggy piece there's. Yeah, Mark is in as well. Stefan, Gemma and Mark are the only ones in watching that I can see at the moment. 19. That's 18. 19 is the 2 little ones on the inside there. That's convenient. Let's get that middle bit popped out. Come on. There you come. Right. So that can go off to the side again. And then these can come out from inside there. So this is wood. It's like a laser cut board that leaves a couple of little pieces to hold it in place. So most of it's cut out, but there's a couple of little pieces that are not cut out, and that's what you need the sandpaper for, where you've got the little bit there sticking up. You just need to tidy off the little nubs. just to make it look nice and fit together nicely as well. So that's the first thing to do on all of this. Make sure you've not got sharp edges and sharp pieces that won't work properly. Last night I was streaming. I was playing some Horizon. If you watched, did you enjoy it? What did you think? I know it's generally just the regular crew that's in here watching the streams now. Don't seem to get many strangers. But if you're watching and not in chat, pop in chat, let me know what you hear. Say hello, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a fact that nobody else knows. There you go. Everybody in chat tonight, tell me a secret. I promise I won't tell anybody else, but just give us a secret. Doesn't have to be anything, highly personal or, important. Just something that nobody else knows. Tell me something secret. If you tell me a secret, I'll tell you a secret. How's that? A secret shared is a secret best forgotten. I don't know. I just made that one up. Did you get your new glasses, Chris, says Mark? Not yet. No, these are my old glasses. These are just cheap Poundland, slightly magnifying glasses, just used for reading and a bit of close work. My glasses are indeed on order. Probably another week before I get them. They said, I think 7 to 10 days, working days, and that was from Monday. So certainly not expecting them this week, but maybe middle of next week. So yeah, when they come, I shall model them off and wear them for you. So this is what we're doing. What am I doing with all of these bits? That's the question. We've got these bits are going on the front of there. Oh, that makes it look quite nice. I like that. Yeah, that does that on there. Gives a little background to those bits. And they being held in place by these bits. Right, so that's going through that wall there from the back like that. All the way out. Come on. There we go. And then onto that goes that. My big feet are a size 12. I mean, actually an international spy, says Stefan Last. I didn't say a true fact, so yeah, that's... I'm not going to mention it, because if you are a spy, I don't want you to have to hunt me down and kill me. But yes. Size 12, that is quite big. Is that a true fact? My feet are tiny compared to that. My shoes, when I wear shoes, I've not got anything on my feet at the moment tonight. My feet are size 7. So, yeah, quite a lot smaller than yours. Almost half the size of yours, if numbers are to be believed. I don't think shoe numbers work quite like that. But, yes, I have small feet compared to those big monster feet that you've got. Why do you need such big feet? If you've got small feet, do you fall over more often? I mean, I don't, but it's theoretically possible. But, yeah, I've always been quite happy with the size of my feet. They're big enough. Yes, says Mark. I don't know what that was in relation to. Is that in relation to falling over a lot? Right, I've got to put these onto there. With the nice side upwards. Okay. And these are going There. Oh, we are actually covering the windows. I wasn't sure if we'd be covering the windows or not. I didn't know if these would be open. That's all right. I quite like that. But this one's going over the other side. I think we will be doing ones on the outside, but they're a little bit different by the looks of things. My feet are size 4, says Gemma. See, you could have like 3 of your feet inside one of Mark's huge feet. There we go. That's that on there. Right, so now we've got a whole heap of other things to get out. So I've got D here at the front. So what do I need from D? I need 6, 12, 13, 17, A times 2 and B times 2. I don't know what that means. Let's figure out. D6 is a big archway thing. Come on in, Stefan. We need to know about your feet. Let's not make it weird. Just tell us what size your feet are. 12, 13, 11, 12 and 13. Little curtain things. Okay. 17. There we go. A and B. 2 of each, yes. And with an extra 1 of each as well. So let's just get out the ones we need. Okay, so that's all of the D stuff. I need J25. I don't know what J25 is. There we go. Anyway, do I need C? I do need C. I need 17 and 18 from C. 17, wait, and 18. I've used them. Oh, there's more. Okay, there's some more down the bottom there. Right, so that's 17 and 18. They're the other window pieces. DC. I need A and B. This is A. I need A15. Is one of those, just a 1. There's loads of them. The little plug things. Okay, we'll try if I can get just 1 out. They're coming out as pairs, so I'll get two of those out and keep 1 to a side. Remind me that that's A15 if I forget, when I forget. Right, J. I did need J. 25, 2 of them. 23, 25. There you go. Not really a secret, but you people on here probably don't know. Built my first model kit when I was 7, an Airfix 712 Hurricane. Yes, you're correct. I did not know that. I have no idea how old I was when I built my first model kit. It was possibly a similar sort of age. I've certainly built model kits years ago. I need B. I haven't done B yet, have I? H, B, there we go. B, 14 and 15, 2 of each. 14 is these ones up here, and 15 are the little tree things. Okay, so 2 of those. The first model kit I did on the YouTube channel was a Rokr Hurricane. I don't know if that's the same as the Hurricane that you got there. Don't use the same size system as you do on size 43. That's massive. I don't know. I don't know how that relates. Yeah, I mean that's like nearly 4 times the size of Mark's. Nearly 11 times the size of Gemma's feet. It's probably not to scale, is it? It doesn't work like that. But thank you all very much for sharing. See, it's nice. Nice sharing stuff, isn't it? Today, I have been shopping. I did, in fact, pick up some Lego, or Lego-like. I've picked up some of the more of the Max packs. They did have more of the garden ones, the little pot plant things. So I've started to collect those. I've got lots of things lined up for midweek makings. So I'm certainly all right for those through till Christmas. Because I've got a couple of Lego kits for my birthday, which I shall be doing in the midweek makings. And I've now got those. I got another little Metal Earth type kit from Lance, who you may have seen on the occasional chat as Wobbly. So yes, things are looking good for content on the channel at the moment, at least on Wednesdays. Tuesday being game night, I'm good to go for that as well. I've got lots of content ready. Horizon's still going strong. There's the DLC for Horizon, and by the time I've finished that, I'm sure Horizon 2 will have appeared on sale, so I'll have no doubt picked that up. Sunday with Planet Crafter. Katie's still good to go for that for a while. Looked it up. Apparently 43 is about the equivalent of a size 9 in your system, says Stefan. That's a fairly average sized foot, I think, male foot. Mine are on the small side, but then again, I'm a bit on the short side, so that makes sense. Right, let's get some of this done. What do I need? I need the little door type things. I need those. And for that, I need that, and that, I believe. So these are going to have the hooky bits on the inside. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. That's going to go this side. On there. Sal's in. Good day. I have 1 foot, 1 shoe size bigger than the other, 1 whole size bigger. That's a bit strange. That is a bit strange. Interesting, but strange. Quite an average person feet-wise, says Stefan. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being average. I mean, I quite like being a little bit different to average, but if we didn't have some average people, then everyone would be average, wouldn't they? Or is it not quite like that? So, how are things for you, Sal? It's got to be the future time for you over there, isn't it? Is that silly early in the morning? I always get confused with time zones. I think it's silly early in the morning for you. Right, that was that. Then I need 12 and 13, which are these ones. And these have got to go on the inside with the pattern bit on the outside, which makes sense. But the windows are shut, so you can't actually see them. That's a bit strange. Maybe you can open the windows. They would sort of rotate through the thing, but I don't know. There is some lighting to go on, so maybe you can see them with the lights on. I don't know. 5 a.m. here. I woke up randomly. Yes, see, my time zone sense is correct. It is silly early in the morning there. Hopefully you didn't have notifications turned on as to when I'm streaming and that woke you up. That'd make me feel bad. Only a little bit bad, but still, you know. So if you've got any questions, Sal's the guy to ask because he's living in the future. He's already had tonight. It's now tomorrow morning. So if you want to know, it's not the right time for lottery numbers and things like that. But yeah, right. So this is going to be the next bit to put on. Some sort of shrubbery. Now they're the same, aren't they? So these are going to go on that side with the dark shrubbery, and then some green shrubbery on the front. Little window box. Come on you go. On you go. Good. Nice. Quite a lot of strange random detail on this. But I am liking the coloured wood. Certainly nice. Right. I didn't have to use the little T-shaped thing yet. Don't know why I'm not using that yet, but these are going on the bottom with the coloured side up. Like that. And that. Definitely haven't had to use A15 yet, have I? DVVD, A15. I did have to use A15. I haven't done that bit yet. Okay. I've skipped a bit. This is going on there and that's holding that in place. Right, okay. Let's get that through there first. Still no flying cars in the future, says Sal. It's terrible that. They promised me flying cars years ago. And they just haven't bothered with them. Here we go. Right, now I do need the whole thing back. And this is going on the front there. What's that cut out there? Yeah, nothing actually going in that bit yet. Nice firm fit on this. That should be going over there as well. Right. So that's got to go in there and over there. Right, there we go. I like that. So the corner piece has gone in. I'm here now. You can start, says the Bobbins. You missed all the interesting stuff. We've been talking about feet and everything. There we go. I've done the entire front wall before you got here. I like that. It looks quite nice. Yeah, all good stuff. Let me have a quick drink and then we shall start on the next chunk. While the Bobbins introduces himself and tells us what size feet he's got. That's the point. We haven't heard that from Sal yet either. While you're here, what foot measurement system do you use down under? do need J. J 10 and 21. J10 is there. 21 is there. So far, Mark has the largest feet. But Gemma still has the #1 crown. So, you know, you can take that however you like. I didn't do A yet. I did B. I haven't got any. All right, that was just J. So there's A. I need 18 and 19. There's 19. And there's 18. I've got an extra 18 as well. That's interesting. Because it's got a bendy bit to it. They think you might break it. All right, there's A, 18 and 19. I need C, D, E, and F. Right. C. I've got C. C is C8. 3 of them. 7, 8. 3 of them. Little wooden board things. Bobbins is usually a 12. Equally large feet for the bobbins. E. I needed E, didn't I? Yes. 2 14s and 2 16s. 4, 6, 10, 16. Did I need 16? Didn't I? 2 16s. There are these down here. 14s are next to them. Quite a thick board, this one. Not as thick as the J board, but still pretty thick. There we go, 14. There we go, right. That's that. H I didn't need. G I didn't need. F I didn't need. Yes, I did. F 14. 14 is this doorway piece there. My left foot size is 7, but my right is 6. So cool. I assume that's the same as the UK sizes. So yeah, you've got one foot the same size as mine, and the other slightly smaller. Interesting stuff. See, you learn things about people. It's nice to learn about your current friendly viewers and stuff. So we'll know that we'll definitely hear if the Bobbins and Mark turn up somewhere, because they'll be stomping around like nobody's business with huge feet. And you know what they say about people with big feet? They say they need big shoes. And they're not wrong. Yeah, this is one of the bendy pieces. So chance of breakage. Can the tune be changed to Baby Shark, especially for Gemma? What tune? There is no tune. I haven't got any music playing. Gemma's about to go capital letters, methinks, says Mark. That says Stefan about Mark, because he did some capital letters himself. He's asking for trouble. I'm not playing a tune, and I definitely wouldn't be playing Baby Shark anyway, because apart from anything else, it's copyright. Right, let's see. I need D. Did I get D? I didn't get D yet. I need D18. D18. Is that I only needed D18? Yeah, that was the only D I needed. Chris knows better anyway. The chime on the clock. Ah, right. The not a tune that I'm playing at the moment. A clock chime. In theory, I could, like reflash it and put whatever you like on it, but I won't be. That goes on there. I need the E14s. These ones. They've got to go through there. Right. Okay. So through there, and then through there. This is going to be some sort of porch archway, isn't it? All right. So this makes the shape of that. So that goes through there. Then through there. And then through there. Chris, that answer should always be no, it can't. Nothing wrong with the Baby Shark song. Right, so that's that on there. Then that needs to go on there. Oh, okay, so that's sort of giving me the shape. And then it sits on the top. Okay, there we go, that's that. Then we've got that bit goes over the top of that to give us our weathered, aged look. Like that. That goes underneath to give us our doorstop and indeed the bottom foundations. There we go, that's that. Next up is there, putting that on there and then building up the thing. I'm going to build up the steps before anything else, just because I can. There's always Barbie Girl. We watched Barbie, the movie, the other night. I thought it was all right. I don't get the massive hype that it had. Yeah, definitely an all right film. It was all right. It wasn't great. I don't know that I'd even call it good, to be honest, but it was all right. Fair to middling. There we go, that's that. So this is going on the other side. Oh, right. So not a door, must be a window. Oh, it is a door. It goes down to the floor. This goes on there. Like that. It's got to be a door because it's got stairs going up to it. I would call it a back door, but it's on the side. So it's a side door. Crazy Frog. Crazy Frog was all right. Again, I don't get the mad appeal for it. There we go. That was all right. I quite enjoyed that bit. Got a big gap in the front here. Is that normal? Oh, there's something that's going to go in the corner there. Let's have a look. Got another wall to build. Nothing much happening there. I've done a page so I can have a drink. That's the rule. If I've done a page, I can have a drink. Cool. Right. Yeah, I'm not doing that one though, Mark. You're going to get in trouble for that. D. I need two D3s, not the other way around. D3. There we go. 2 of them. These are going to be more window type shutters, aren't they? They're that shape again. This is the back wall that we're building now. So that's D. Do I need F? A, C, and E is all I need then. E. 6 and 2 7s. 6 is the big bit. And 7s are the bits that are inside. I only need 2 of them. There are 4. It says there's extra, but is there 2 extra or just the 1? And we're going to need one of those in a minute. That I don't know. Right, that's that and that. E and D. I still need A and C. There's C. And there's A. Okay, let's put A at the front so I know where it is. C, I need 5, 9, 14, 38, and 39. Right, a single 5. 4, 4, 13, 6, 5. There we go. Oh, 5's the long fancy bit. I saw the caster Barbie promoting it in Sydney accidentally. Was in the right place and time without knowing they were there. Yeah, there was a whole thing about there being a shortage of pink paint because of the Barbie movie. They brought up all the pink paint in the world for some of the sets or something, apparently. I don't know. Right, let's see. 5. I need 2 9s. 10, 6, 7, 14, 9. There we go. 2 9s. That's them. 2 14s. Which are these? Two 38s and 2 39s. 38 and 39. 38. There we go. And 39. 39 looks like an airbrush. Probably isn't. There's 2 38s. And there's a 39. Okay, and then A, I need 4 15s. That's these ones. So I've got one already. But I'm probably going to end up getting doubles out from here anyway. So there we go. That's 4 of them. A 20 and a 35. There's 35. And 20, 18, 20. There we go. Oh, it's the backing for that long fancy coloured bit. Is it for power washing the house? 39. Oh, the giant airbrush thing. No, probably not. Right, let's get some edges tidied. Will I see anything going on? No, nothing going on. Yes, so today I have also been playing with Blender, the 3D modelling software. This evening I've just started a tutorial to build a donut in Blender, which seems to be the interesting way of teaching many things. I've played with it a little bit over the last few days. That's all I've really been playing with it. So I've come to grips with the basic controls and ideas and things like that. Lots of things like the hotkeys and stuff is going to take many days and weeks of muscle memory to figure out, learn and understand. But there's a whole chunk of it which uses nodes, which is something that I've started learning for DaVinci Resolve, and understand the theory behind them and how they connect together. But obviously they're going to be different for 3D modeling than they are for video editing. But the connections and things are all going to be the same. So I understand how that's going to work. So hopefully that will give me a head start on that sort of side of things. But I'm not the most creative of people. As Sal will be able to attest, he's done my thumbnails for me for the last few years. And yeah, I couldn't do anything like that. But hopefully I can do some modeling and stuff. Blender is great, love it. So I might have guessed that you'd know stuff about it. Yeah, I don't understand much of it, but I'm getting there. I'm learning little bits. I've started doing the donut tutorial, which I found on YouTube. I have done a little bit on my logo, my Gross Models logo that you can see in the corner up here. It's the corner up there, which was designed for me by the guys over the road from work at the shirt shop. I've got the raw file, the SVG file, the vector graphics file of that from them this week, and as such have been playing with that. You may have noticed on my videos, hang on, I've got to do 2 of these. I got that at the back, don't need that yet, those at the front. So this has got to go that way up, with that way up, goes through there. I think, yes. Yeah, so I've got the asset for that. Which I have started trying to figure out how to do stuff with. In my normal videos on the channel, I have got the logo rotating in the corner, which was provided for me by a viewer several years ago. And judging by the look of it, I did it in Blender, because I've been able to almost recreate it by playing with some settings and twisting and animating it. But I've got a couple of other ideas for things like that. I want to do some intro videos similar to the ones that I've already got on most of my recorded videos. But I've got some ideas to do some a bit different, if I can, for things like the power washing streams that are obviously going to be ongoing for a while. I thought it'd be fun to have a special intro for that with my logo, perhaps with water droplets appearing on it, coming from it, and things like that. So I'm trying to learn how to do things like that. So I've started at the beginning with some very basic tutorials, and hope to progress on a little bit further than that. I'm also trying to learn DaVinci Resolve. For editing at the same time, which is probably not the best use of time, trying to learn two separate systems. But Resolve I'm using for editing videos anyway, in a very basic way. But basically I'm hoping to be able to improve the quality of everything over and over, as I learn new techniques and new things. I can introduce them occasionally into videos and streams. But you can't stand still. You've got to keep moving. That's that. That's... Wait, what am I doing now? What's going on there like that? That one on there like that. Okay. Think of 3D modeling simply as using Play-Doh to shape an object, but on a computer. Yeah, I understand the mechanics of it, the mechanisms of doing it. It's literally just trying to understand what you can do, how you can do. My problem at the moment seems to be lighting. Yeah, that's that under there. I haven't got all the bits. Oh, no, this is a different stage. Putting it on there is a different stage. I haven't got those bits. Right, so let's get A, D, and J. A, 15. It's just a single pin, just one of those. I've got one of those. Aha! D4 and J11. E, D, 4. D3, D8, D4. What's D4? What does it look like? Oh, it's the archway. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out lighting for rendering scenes and things, but everything seems to be too dark, and I know there's something I'm not doing right to do that, but I don't know what it is as yet. So I've gone back to the basics, back to the beginning tutorial to try and learn from the start, instead of trying to jump in and figure out what my problem is with the lighting. I figure if I start at the beginning again, and even the first lesson in doing the donut has taught me stuff. Oh, this one goes through from the front. That's interesting. Yeah, it's taught me a few shortcuts and key presses and things, which are obviously very useful to know and learn. There we go. That's that on there, and then that goes on the bottom. Like that. Cool, and then that goes on the back side of this. Nice. So far, so good. Can you use Blender to design things for 3D printing, says Stefan? Yes, you can indeed. I haven't as yet. That's another thing that I've been playing around with, trying to figure out. I've set my Blender up to actually launch with the right scales and everything for 3D printing. So yeah, it's for my needs and things is very much overkill. But I'd rather use a free, complicated software and just use a bit of it and know that there's potential for more, rather than the first thing I started modelling in was Tinkercad, and its potential is there, but it's quite limited in the tools and stuff. So I think I'd like to have it so I can actually render scenes and make it look nice as well, instead of just having it for printing things. Blender can get complex with hair, character rigging, water physics, even has its own gaming engine. I didn't know about the gaming engine, but I know it can do particle and liquid physics and cloth physics and stuff like that now. So yeah, it's as complicated as you need it to be. As long as you can get over the initial hurdles of the first bit, then I reckon it's doable. But yeah, Stefan, if you think, are you interested in trying it yourself for that? Hugh's in as well, evening all. If you are interested in trying to figure out how to use it, I mean, download it, it's free. A, C, and E. A, C, and E. Download it and have a play. 15, that's the little clip pieces. I need 2 of them. There are tons of YouTube tutorials on Blender. I've done a few. Actually, there was a humble bundle which I bought, which has got some assets for textures and some tutorials on there as well, which seem to be quite good. I've only worked through a couple of them. I did like the basics one and one about modelling, but I will go back and do some more. But I've got distracted by other things to do as well. The 3, 5, and 13. There's 13. Three and 5 have got to be up the side here, haven't they? Yep, 3 and 5. We've got the card suits on the corner there. Right, so that's A15, 2 of them, C's, E's, and a J. That's it. I've got all the pieces for that stage. First hurdle, read instructions. Fine after that, says Hugh. Yeah, reading the instructions is, well, reading everything is just so, 2000. I'd rather watch a video online and try and do it. I learn quite well, and to be honest, best by trying things. I can sit and read instructions for hours and not really get nothing seems to sink in. But if I play with it and try and figure out how it works on my own, then I can get more of an idea as to what it is that I'm trying to do and work from there. The problem is doing that doesn't teach me, shortcuts and things like that. So I like to get some software, have a little play with it first, and sort of get my hands wet, get my feet wet, and figure out things a little bit first. And then I've got more of an idea what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to learn, rather than just going with it. Right, so these are going to go through there. If I can get that through there. There we go. I might download it and try it out, says Stephen. Not sure I've got the patience to figure out on the level I'd like to achieve, but it can't hurt to try. The way I see it is learning new things is always useful. Any amount of knowledge is good. So if you can play with it a little bit and get something out of it, then you've gained something. If you play with it and haven't learned anything from it, then you've lost a little bit of time. but that's it. Right, what do I need? That's the top bit, and I need 7 to go behind that. With that lining up like that, J9 going through the bottom bit of that. And into that. Give us our backing piece for our cards. Okay, that's that. I've got to do the same on this side for this one. I was brought up old school reading and practical. Yeah, I mean, the reading stuff doesn't seem to go in unless it's got a basis, sort of like a grounding to it. Keep that on the inside, I think. Yes, because this is going to go over there like that. I would say I'd make a tutorial video about Blender and stuff like that, but I don't know it well enough to even think about trying to teach it. But if you think it would be useful to have a beginner's viewpoint, then let me know. And I can see 2 E4s, which are these ones over the side here. I can certainly see about either doing a little video or even a stream one week on Blendery type things. E9 is that one that's sort of half and half. 12, 15, 17. 12 is that one. 15, 17. I said 17. That's 15 there. 15, 17, and 18. 15, 17. And 18 is that little corner piece. That's that. And 2J 17, 19, 17. There we go. That's those ones there. Sal says, I have a Photoshop tutorial on YouTube how to create someone into the Terminator using the method I did to make Chris for the thumbnail I did for you. Cool. Computing in schools wasn't even a thing when I left in 81, says Hugh. Computing in schools was a thing while I was at school, but it wasn't anything like what it would be now. We used BBC computers, and it was programming in BASIC. So not really any help at all in learning computers and programming today. That's why I've been doing some of the Arduino stuff and Python stuff, because that seems to be a helpful beginner's language and tools. Again, because all learning is good, and I like to try and keep my brain active. And that the 30 Days Lost in Space kit was really good. And after that, I've been doing the other kits by the same company occasionally and working my way through them. Right, so these buttress things are going to go on there. That one's that side. Go further down than that because it's got to go over the back wall. There you go. This one goes in that side. over the back wall. There you go. That's that. Right. Then we've got these ones. These are the fours. These are the ones that are the same. So that's got to go through there. This is the little foundations piece. Okay, and these are going in that corner there. Right, I gotcha. One there and that one on that side. Like that, giving us a shaped wall for that. Okay. Aligning the parts makes assembling easier. Well, it makes it possible, let alone easier. So this one goes over this corner here to hold all those bits in place. Right, because that's got to go together. Get that out of the way. That one there. That one's got to be further back. Right, okay, let's try getting just this front one done first. There you go. That's that. Easy. There you go. Then this one's that way round over those. That's that, and that. There's nothing else. I think you're going to go on the front there eventually, but not quite now. So that and that with that one and that one. Cool. And this is this corner over there. Again, that way round. Just like that. Cool. That is looking pretty darn good, even if I do say so myself. I like that a lot. It's certainly coming together. What do you think? Right, I'm going to take a quick break. I shall leave you with some Be Right Back music and possibly an advert or two. And I shall see you in just a couple of minutes.
watch it fly. Tiny wonders before your
Hello, I have returned. Yes, I was not checking for spiders. There may have been some pooping. And the break was indeed nothing to do with Gemma. I wasn't reading instructions. I'll do that live on air. Like looking for Jaffa cakes in the fridge. No, I have no Jaffa cakes today. I do have some chocolate orange left, which was another birthday present, thankfully. So yes, there is still stuff to eat, but I'm not eating today, not live on the stream, just drinking. Yes, let's continue on. I'm going to keep going for another half hour or so until I come to a suitable point to finish. Where shall I probably finish? We've got to do this stuff. Light bead. Got to put in lights. Floor. Porchway. Put some screws in. Battery box. Clock frame. I think that might be pushing it a bit. That'd be where I'd like to get to, but I think that might be pushing it a bit for time. Maybe just getting the top bit put in place, but we'll see. We'll just continue on for a little while and see what happens. Yes, I'm assuming I'm back live. I seem to be. For some reason, I've still got the video playing there. Let's pause that and free up my computer cycles a little bit. So I need E and H and 2 P15s. I've got to dig out for those, whichever they are. What are they? Oh, they're the lights, I think. Right. So not J, E and H. H and G, not E, H. H14 and 18. 13, 14. There we go. And 18 is that one. And what do I need? E. F. D. A. C. E. The one that was right at the front. 4 E10s and an E11. There's E10. 4 of them. 1, 2. 3. And one more down here, 4. And 11, I can see, is just there. Right, that's all the parts of there, apart from the 2 light things, which I shall dig out as and when I need them. These tidied up a little bit first. And indeed separated properly. So myself and Gemma are watching Star Wars Rebels at the moment. Well, not at the moment, I'm doing this, but you know what I mean. Currently. And we have just started on season 3. Which I've not seen before. I've seen all of 1 several times. Most of 2. But then got distracted by life and other things and didn't actually finish anything else. These are all going around the corners there, aren't they? yeah, so interesting to see. I've seen a couple of episodes sort of later on, but not in sequence, and not all of it. So I'm interested to finally watch to the end of that and see exactly what's what. And with Katie, we've been watching Buffy. We've just finished season 1. Finished season 1 tonight. Now, obviously, I've seen that several times, but they haven't. So it's always interesting to keep them intrigued and watching stuff. So this is going over all of these bits here. Nice and easy. I like that. I like it when it goes on easy. And this is doing the same over this side. Holding all of our walls secure. Then I need the 2 P15s. So I need to go back down to that. Mark's got Gemma's crown. Looking for Jaffa cakes in the fridge. Oh, right. Are you watching Alien Earth? I watched the first episode. But no. It was all right. It was good. But there's so many things to watch at the moment. It's one of those... oh, it's Bag 2. It's not 2 of them. I was going to say, I only remember seeing one of those. It's one of those shows that, yeah, I mean, the Alien films I enjoyed, but not, you know, it's not, horror's not one of my big genres. So although I haven't actually seen the last Alien film, maybe the last couple of Alien films I don't think I've seen. So I'm not a huge Alien fan. So it's not overly worried me, but I like Third Rock from the Sun, says Mark. Yes, that was quite good. Yeah, again, I never watched all of them. I have seen the occasional episode when it's on. I'm probably more than the occasional episode of that. But yeah, I was never a big subscriber to it, shall we say. Right, so these are actually distanced out. Yeah, fairly. I thought the last one was closer, but I don't think it is really. Right, so this is going on to there. And it's got the position of the first light bead goes on the end there, but that's got no twisty bit on the end of it. Is it got it going over the top? I'm going to have to put my magnifying glasses on just to see the instructions properly and make sure. Right, well, how much room have we got between that and the next one? There's quite a lot. If that's under there, and that one's got to be under there, there's plenty of room for that. So is that going to go under there and wrap around the top? Still not quite right. Maybe under. Can't go round and back. There's not enough room for that. Can't quite make out what it says to do with the wire there. I don't know that it does say to do anything with the wire there. Feels like that's backwards though. So if we go there, go under that way, and then wrap round, that lines up. And then that wraps round. Is that going to line up to the next bit? Look, I'm going to have to see ahead. What we're doing with it. Just got it going off over there. Building a corner piece, putting the corner piece on. The floor thing on, then it comes up. So no, I don't know. I don't know that it makes too much difference. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain. They're making a reboot of Buffy, says Sal. I'm curious about the Buffy reboot. Isn't Sarah Shigeru involved somehow? She is indeed. She is returning as Buffy, apparently. I mean, she didn't die at the end of the series, for once. So she could return in some format. Oh, I'm guessing that's just going to be like that. So we need that to come out there. And this to go on there. Okay. So we've got lights to, I mean, they're just going to illuminate the inside, so it doesn't really matter exactly where they are. But that works quite well. I'm quite happy with that. Says you can keep your crown as long as you got it fairly, because you didn't pay your way to the top. No, not this week. Oh wait, hang about. I'm doing it from the wrong end. The plug should be on that end, right? So when it says first bead, it doesn't mean first bead. Well, it does, but it also means last bead. So let's start that again. That should make life easier, because that's then going to go. If that one's going to be there, then yeah, that definitely gives me that one to wrap around there. So it's not the first one again. The first one is going to end up there. That one's going to be there. So do I want that to... That's just going to come straight up there. That one I'm going to wrap around. Do I think? Yes, because that's showing the wire coming in and then going around as well. So yeah, that's going to go around there. That one's also going to go around there. And then that goes around there. Probably. Yes, and then off. That makes sense to me. Okay. So we've got the plugs together. That one and that one are going off there. And then that's going off wherever it needs to go in the future. Okay. Right. Yes. So let's do another. Let's get this floor on. I think that's my objective tonight. So I need A, 29 and 30. Do I need an E? I need E8 and 2 of them. The things that look like dogs, or more sort of or horse-like. They've got a longer neck. Couple of E8s. Right. H, 1, 8 and 2 9s. 1 is the big bit. This is the big floor bit. 1, 8 and 2 9s. There's an 8. Uh, 19. Is that 9? 7, 8, 9. It's that shape and that shape. Come on. Out you pop. Technically, Buffy the series is a reboot of the Buffy movie. That's where will be a reboot of a reboot. Yes, well, is it a reboot? It does. It references the movie. So technically, the series isn't a reboot of the movie. It's a continuation of the movie, just with different people in it. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend starting with the movie, purely because it's not very good. Right, that's the E's I've done. So I need A and C. There's C, there's E, there's A. So there's C. C. 2 10s and 2 11s. There's 11. And there's 2 11s next to each other. Uh, 10. There you go. There's 2 10s next to each other as well. Then I just need A. 29 and 30, 2 of each. There's 30. And there's 29. Nice and convenient. Right, let's get some tidying done. Don't think these bits are terribly important, but nice to have it tidy. No idea what these bits are, so might as well get them tidy as well. Disney have just released the start of season 2 of High Potential, which was quite an interesting first season. It's a sort of high-functioning autistic woman that works as a cleaner in a crime, not crime lab, like a detective's police station office thing, and she accidentally tidied up and solved a crime while cleaning, and they basically then recruited her to help out with crimes and stuff. Not help out with crimes, help out with the solving of crimes. So the first season, that was quite interesting. So I'll get round to watching season 2 at some point. I haven't got round to season 2 of Wednesday yet, which Katie keeps reminding me I need to watch. All right. So 29 is these ones. So that goes on to that leg of that. And then that goes on to the front of that. So is that the back of that? It's got to be the inside of that, because that's got to be the outside of that then, isn't it? Yes. Just noticed this has got some engraving on it, which I didn't actually check on these, and that one is on the wrong way round. That one's the right way round. 1 out of 3. That's not bad getting it wrong, is it? Let me my knife to get in the groove there. To pop that off and then pop it on the right way round. Not that you'd notice the little lines on this particular small bit. But nice to have it the right way round, isn't it? There we go. Katie's getting fed up reminding you about watching Wednesday. Yeah, well, it's only just all come out. The first chunk of it came out last month. The second half of it's only just come out this month. So it's not like I'm, a long way behind. But I will get to it. I did enjoy the first season of Wednesday. There's just so many good shows to watch at the moment. It's ridiculous. Right, so these are all going underneath this. With the 3 on the long side and that on the bottom there, like that. There we go. And that doing the same over there. Cool. Season 4 of The Witcher is out end of October. Yeah, I watched the first season and sort of lost interest. Right, then I've got to build these big strut things. So they're both the same. No, they are opposites. So that's got to go in that side. Through that bit at the back. A bit there. Okay. All like that. This then goes on to the right. This is the archway for the entrance thing. Okay, that's the thing. And then this floor needs to go on there with the 2 wires coming out there and that one coming out in the middle as well. And all of this will connect up. So lots of bits there. That has come together quite nicely. That is looking pretty good. Where's that? Did have that. It is sticking out. It's just bent down as well. So that's okay like that. Good. Right, let's get these screws in. And the wires routed. And the A13s plugged in. A13 times 4. Not A15, bit different to those. 13s, they're like those but bigger. So I need 4 of those. Let's get the ones that aren't labelled. Makes it easier when I come back next time for them. That's those. Oh, that's popped out. That will go back in probably. Or not, but I know what that one is. Right, that's that. I then need P8, which are P8 screws. The ones that look like that. Oh, they're in a bag that says P8 as well. That makes it easier. It's those. 2 of those. Bag's already open. I've already used these for something. Don't remember what I used them for. Okay, 2 of those. I need 6 A13s. I only got 4 out. Okay, right. So I need 2 of them through there. Let's get my own screwdriver. So digging theirs out the box. I wonder why this needs to be screwed in place. There we go. It can be, so it will be. Love Wednesday don't have Netflix at the moment. We'll get there in a month or 2 or 3 shortly to catch up with some stuff that's come out since I last had it. That's probably the best way of doing it, but I don't do that. All right, so that's those. A13. Oh, they come in through the back bit. Okay. So 2 of those there. We'll lock that in place there. And then the other 4 we'll do so from the bottom. Basically the 4 places that I've got bits coming out. I've got to lock it all down. Let's put them the right way around so the dark colour is on the outside. One there. One there. Cool. And those 2 right at the front. Cool. So yeah, the next bit seems to be the little USB adapter being held in place with some screws as well. So I'll save that for starting next time. Unless I don't, I might continue on with that in a moment. Let me just get this in. Let's just have a flick forward. Once that's in, that's not a problem. Yeah, I'll get the last bit done. The last side's on. So I need a little USB connector with the wire. No, not the wire. Just the USB connectory thing. I'm going to need 2 P10 screws, which I have also opened. 2 of those, not 4 of those. I'll just put them at the bottom there. I know them. So that's that. D10, D11. C, D, 10 and 11. And I'm going to need these bits as well in a minute. 10 and 11, 2 of each, yeah. Actually, that whole middle bit. Those out from there. Yeah, Wednesday, I was never a big Addams Family fan. Although, I thought, again, it was all right. Let's get that over there. Where does that go? Over those bits. Oh, it's even got little cut-out bits that locate that in place, like so. Then these big ones go over there. Like that. Once I get that lined up. we go. And then the little ones go, oh, they go on, I get ya. They go on sideways like that with the screw to hold that in place. Cool. Yeah, because this is going to have the plug going into it to power it up by USB. So it does need to be a little bit secure. I think that's fully on there. It might be. It is lining up, so that's okay. There we go. That's that done. Right. Then we've got our 4 outside bits. 25s are both the same. Right, so that's that. Let's put my cross on there, then I can put this out the way. Again, so I know where I've got to next time when I come back. Put that out the way. Grab these bits. Nameplate pieces. And the bottom surround. Let's get rid of those as well. Let's get these bits tidied up. Wednesday, the series is created by the guys that did Smallville. So, oh, that's cool. That's interesting. I did enjoy Smallville as well. Again, I don't think I finished it. Did it go on for like 10 seasons or something? I think I watched 8 or 9 or 7 or 8 of them. But don't think I actually ever completely finished it. Sometimes these things can go a bit too long. Right. So these have got to go around the side. Nice and nice. There we go. The one with the USB. Some writing on there. Oh, it's got 5 volt. It tells you exactly about the power requirements. That can go on there. Access to the USB. And this one goes on the front, giving the name of the whole thing. Wonderland. Right. I'm very pleased with tonight's progress. So there we go. We've got our door, which even opens. Look, that opens nice and smooth. The windows, not so much. I reckon they can. Let's get some pokey tweezers. Yeah, they definitely will open. So I think I'll have them all just open just a little bit. Because we've got the curtains on the inside. So there we go. Let's have them open a bit. And the door we can open and close as not. Nice. Looking great, says Mark. Looking good, says Gemma. I haven't actually seen Smallville, but heard it's very good. It's on Prime, so I might have a watch. A long one, though, 10 seasons. I thought there was 10 seasons, yeah. So, there we go. One floor, I think, pretty much completed. So we've got our switch down the bottom there. We've got lights there. We've got... That's probably just the switch to turn the lights on and off. The other things that are going to plug into the main box. The switch, that's going to have to plug into the box as well, isn't it? We've got a big square hole there. There's going to be room for stuff through that. So, yeah, there we go. That's that. I shall put these aside, although I'll throw away that bit and that bit because they're empty, but they're not. So I'll keep hold of those and that. And I shall see you all next week for the continuing story of the Wonderland build. Just about get the name visible at certain angles. So yeah, next week we'll start on the next floor, basically. So thank you all for watching. It's been another fun one. I shall join you on Saturday with some power washing. I believe Jeff is around, but if not, I'll continue the Tomb Raider level myself. If he is, then we'll do some more of the Wallace and Gromit that we haven't finished yet. Sunday, Katie is back for some, I was going to say Escape Simulator, but not Planet Crafter. Then next week, we're back to another week. Tuesday, playing games, Horizon, and Wednesday, back for this. So thank you all for watching. Everyone's saying it looks nice, pretty cool. It has lights, says Sal. Night, everyone. Great stream again, Chris, Gemma. Night, all. Take care. Night. Good night. See you all next time. Yes, thank you all for watching. Have a pleasant one, and I'll see you for more very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.